All right, welcome back to Career Build Series Part 34. So last time we started working on a mooring barge. We are going to lay down some moorings, and so did a little bit of work off screen trying to think of potentially a better way to do it. So we were doing a crane, and the moorings themselves were too small. So I made some new moorings. This is going to be the mooring. It's much larger. Also, we had some issues where as the buoy got closer to the mooring, the rope is going to automatically shorten. So what this will do is I'll be able to essentially set the winch at 100% distance, and that will get us where we have. So for these, let me look up. So this should be, I believe, 100 meters. Yeah, 100 meters. So that's going to give us 100 meters of line at all times. So once that goes to 100 meters, it should stop. So actually, I think I'm going to make a microcontroller for that. So I think I'll do that. Make it really quick so that let's do that really quick. That way it will be automatic. Okay. I'm going to do that. Yeah. That way we can dump these really low in the water if we need to. So let's say mooring. Okay, logic, we want to take in the, let's see, we want to take in the toggle switch. I'm going to put on there, input, toggle. Okay, we're taking the toggle. We want to take in from the winch. That's going to be winch length. And that will be. And then we need an output of need an output here to what is it? Down. Okay, real quick here. So essentially, what we're going to do is if the winch length is less than, we'll go 98 meters. So if the winch length is less than 98, and the toggle is on, we want to go down on the winch. That's going to let us, that's essentially going to have us pay out 98 meters of line. And then so the cable length will always be 98 meters. So we'll have a full cable length. And then this is a considerably heavy, mooring. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of, I believe it's like 5,000 weight. So it's pretty heavy. So that's going to be good. Let's see. I have a battery in there. It's kind of, it's a little bit expensive putting it in there, but this isn't a ton of money. And then it doesn't matter if the battery runs out. We don't need to recharge the mooring itself. So I was using a crane before. I'm going to kind of change that up. I want a different system here. I kind of want to tip it. Trying to think how to do that. All right, so let's get in. So what I want to do is essentially, I kind of want to do it like depth charges where it slides off the back. That way we can just put it where it is, hit one button, have it kind of almost, we'll push one button on here to get it started and then go. So let's grab our mooring. We also need to get the mooring inside the area here so that it will give us enough space so that we can launch it in our career build. Because currently this mooring is sticking out the back. It's too big for our career spawn location. So let's grab this. Let's cut it and move it in. And let's move it right. I'll move it right here for now. Okay, I want to make sure that's attached. It is. Let's paint it. All right, so this is mostly weight blocks. As you can see, it's solid weight blocks. It has some friction blocks on it. Hopefully that will help mitigate any dragging that this has. Let's need 2 deep on this and put a gripper. All right, so we're going to slide these off on a track, kind of like a depth charge. So hopefully that will allow us to slide it off. I think it will probably. All right, so let me see. I need to, so I'm going to kind of build, we'll build off this rear wood, kind of this scaffolding here, and symmetry is always off when you want it on. Let me go like this. Oh, that was fine. I could have kept that stuff the way it was. All right, let's grab that right there. And then let's cut this. And let's cut this one here. All right. Why? Why do you do this to me? Okay, and again, for some reason, despite that being on, it didn't build. All right, probably because I don't have the, oh, come on. I didn't have these little supports built, so it couldn't just build it in the air. That would be why. Okay, good. So that's done. Let's go here to here. Cut, paste, clear. We'll erase the scaffolding. We don't need that. Then we want to go. So we're just going to build a different module here for this. The crane was all right, but I couldn't get it high enough, and we have to spawn this in career. So this is just going to kind of have a tippy base that where we can lift it up and drop and slide it off like a depth charge. That will I might not even tip it. I might just put this high enough that it allows me to slide it off. So we'll see. All right, so that's just going to be the base there. That's going to fall down and snap. Let's move this out of the way a little bit here. I'm going to keep having to move this if I don't just put it where I want it. So we know center line is going to be where the gripper is. That's really all we need to know. Let's cut that. Let's move this. I might put a gripper track there. That's what I'll do. I'll put a gripper track there, and I'll put a slide on this. That way, I don't have to have extra buttons on this part. This is a throwaway piece, essentially, so I don't really want to have a bunch of parts that are going to cost me too much money, because this is it's going to be useful to us, but this is just going to drop in the ocean. So okay, so that's good there. This is going to drop down. So this is going to drop down one block. So everything needs to be built one block higher than what we think it needs to be built. All right, so essentially we want to push off the buoy, and we want to push off the mooring, and have that. So we want to be able to launch a couple of these at least. All right, so everything needs to be built one block higher, so we'll just start with that. Is this an equidistant? Yeah, it's 6. I kind of wish that was odd distant, but that's fine. Okay, let's do this. Center, center. All right, so let's count what we need. So this is going to drop down one block, so it's going to be right. It's going to be right here. So we need to go up at least 2. And if we see that, will drop down, and then we want to put our gripper track so it's in line with the top there. So let's see, it's going to drop down 1. That will be flush, so we can actually go like this. Let's go here, let's go here, let's put grippers there instead, and that will actually work for us pretty well. All right, so our grippers have brakes on them, and so we should be able to break this long enough to get it out to where we want. So I'm kind of hoping on this system where we can essentially utilize it as a kind of an easy way just to drop these off the back of the ship, just kind of slide them off. You know, I like to put a bunch of these moorings around, and that way hopefully we can utilize this as a method to quickly and easily dispatch some moorings. So let's just quickly strip on that. It's going to be a mess. That actually dropped in all right. I was afraid it was going to kind of be a little bit tough just because it was, you know, it has a heavy weight dropping in, but it is dropping in the center. Okay, so we have a gripper track there. I think I'm going to go 1 higher, just so that, because we have friction block on there. I don't want it to misbehave and get stuck. I'm trying to keep the testing to a minimum here, and then we can actually launch some. I don't want to have to wait till another video to launch, so I'm just going to do some of this off screen just to do that. But I Glad you guys joined me for it. Okay, so there we go. So we have a track. Let's copy this, go this way with it. That, like I said, that's going to be in the way the whole time, but that should be plenty of distance. All right, so that's merged there. Let me see. So, all right, so that's good. All right, and I'm trying to think how we can get those to come off as well. Okay, let me see if I delete this. How long's the gripper? Okay, gripper's 2. Gripper, that will work. Okay, so there's our. Why is this offset? Okay, when I move that, it's not exactly in the right spot. So let's go delete that. Let's highlight all this. All right, so I made new buoys too. They're taller. They have more buoyancy. I also have some weight blocks, as you can see, just on the bottom. I'm going to end up moving those, changing that up a little bit. But that will allow us to have hopefully have these bob the proper direction and sit properly. So let me actually while I'm taking advantage of this, let me push it up. Okay, let's move this one over here and down. Have everything we do. Okay, so let's move this one up an equal amount. And then we can kind of do, just test it. Yep, they're at the same distance. All right, good. So that will let me do symmetry. All right, so what is going on in here? I need to fill this. Did the battery not get... Okay, the battery somehow on that left one did not get copied. So let me put that in before I forget. Okay, so let's go bang bong there like that. I'm just gonna grab a battery. Okay, grab a battery. Yeah, grab a battery here. Actually, is this still highlighted? It is. Okay. Cut X off that. Go here. We'll just copy this one. This one's in working order. Copy it. And that will go right up against the rail there. Okay. All right, so hopefully now we can actually, I can start to do symmetry on these. All right, so let's go like this. Let's cut this. Let's go down. Kind of want to go down a considerable distance there. It's pretty good there. All right, I actually want to delete that. I want to go like that. I'm going to go pipe down to there. And then I want to put some weight blocks here. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a gripper. Gripper will go like that. Make sure this one's okay. For some reason this isn't doing it. So we'll just copy it. Take that off, and I'm just going to delete this. This is just completely not wanting to copy it. So I'll just copy it once it's done. We're going to have to move it anyway, so that works. Okay. So the gripper is on there. I don't like that already, so let's do this. Make sure nothing there is vital. Let's cut this. Let's go up in and make sure we're not intruding on anything vital. We are not. Again, little aesthetic things. You know, it's going to be underwater, but that looks a little bit better to me. So we don't want a gripper, do we? We already have a gripper track, so we need to put a track piece here. Okay, track. Okay, so hopefully one track piece will be enough. Okay. So that's part of the launch system. And then I want weight blocks. And we'll just go like this. All right, let me, again, a little bit of pedantic nonsense. These are weight blocks. And I gotta go copy it again. So weight block here. And then we'll put them here. This will just hide them a little bit. So I wish you could really paint that diamond. That's something people have been asking for quite a while. That'd be a nice feature. I should put this in the middle just because that means I could do symmetry on it, but whatever. Okay, let's paint that there. Let's paint that there. And then let's paint this hole like that. That's all going to be underwater. Kind of want it to look like nobody cares underwater. That's good. Okay, so that's where it's going to connect. This is weighted, so hopefully it's not too much weight that this doesn't have floating issues. This has a track. Curious if those frictions are going to interfere. You know what I'll do? We'll make sure they don't interfere right now. We will do a proactive see you later, and then we still have frictions there. The main thing that's going to keep this in place is its massive weight. Before, if you were watching, it was bobbing up and down every time the boat would hit in 100% wind, and that was causing it to essentially come out of the water. All right, so right now I also have, I think, did it get deleted? I think it got deleted. I had a constant on. Let me make sure it's not connected. It's not. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do blank. Okay, put in a blank microcontroller. I want it just to be white. Okay. Buoy, logic. Okay, we want to go, we want on off output to light. All right, so we want a constant on. Actually, do we have any sort of time that just we can read time from here? We just have timers, I think. Yeah, we need a meter. Let me see if we have a clock. Clock. Okay, I gotta get out of here to do it anyway. Let's go back. Search here for clock. Okay, analog clock displays output a number value representing the time of day. The clock has a display to visualize the time of day or night. The 12 o'clock position is the white arrow in the face of the display. Okay. So I don't know what like twilight or anything is in this. So let's go like this. And I'm actually going to make this so that at a certain time of day that light comes on. So hopefully that will keep my electrical usage down. Let's see. A little bit more complicated, but I don't think it's going to be terrible. Okay, so we want to come in number from the clock. Okay. We want to have a number comes in from the clock. Should be all we need. We should only need 2, I think. And then we need an output to light. That should be it. So yeah, it should be able to be 2. All right, so light and clock. I don't know what the numbers read, so let's do this. Update that. All right, let's take a clock, and I'm going to read it as the time changes. I want to see what time night is, so let's just go. Let's just hard connect to electricity, spawn this. We'll do a test. Try to keep this quick so it's not too long. Okay, so it's 12 noon. So let's see what time it gets dark around here. So let's go current time. So we want it to about right here during dusk. So we're at 1637. We'll be darker than that. We'll go darker than that. 1700. No, that's still fine. 1800. Okay, so 1800 to what? 1800 to 1800 to, we'll say 7. 1800 to 7. Okay. All right, so that tells us what to do. Okay, 1800 to 7. Okay. let's do this. If it is, so we'll do threshold 1800, or let's do 70700 to 0 to 1800. Okay, so if it's from that time to this time, if it's not that time, so we'll put a not block in there, we will turn on the light. Because I don't know how it's doing the wrapping around. I always hope it's on 24-hour time. It looks like it's on 24-hour time, but we could do from 1800 to 07, but that I don't know how the low high is going to work on that. So let's see if that works. Okay, if it's not that time, we want a light. Let's update that. All right, let's go logic. We want the light. We want the clock. Spawn it. Okay, so the light should hopefully be out. And then the light's on. How are you? Okay, light's on. Let's go through the time. Okay, light stays on all the time. What's up with that? Okay, let me see if this is reading something, some fake number that Stormworks does. Let's go electricity there. And then let's go number here from time to dial. And so I think it's probably converting the time, which wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so 1429 is 0.6. Yeah, of course it's doing that. Why wouldn't it? All right, so let's look. Let's see, custom menu. Let's go to 1800. Let's go to 7. So I still want to do the not. I think that's going to be easier. So 07 is what? Okay, 07 is 0.29. So let me grab a pen. I'll write this down. 0.29. Okay, I'm going to make a buoy page. I'll do it on paper instead of me clicking away. Buoy. Okay, so time is, day is from 0.29. And then let's go escape. Let's go to 1800 on the other side. 1800 is going to be 0.75 to 0.75. Okay. And then let's do a, of course it's, not reading normal numbers. It's going to read some strange business. There's probably some reason why, but, And then that would be 1 is midnight. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, somewhat. All right, so let's go in here. Let's just change the numbers. We just have to reindex our numbers here. Okay, so if it's not between 0.29 and 0.75, we want light. Okay, update that. Spawn it. See what we get. All right, so it's night, so we should have light. We do. I'm going to make it blink as well, so let's see, we want to go day, light goes out. Perfect. All right, so that works now. All right, so that's good. We have those times indexed. Let's go like that. Okay, let's just add a blinker in here. All right, light, blinker. Okay, add a blinker in here. So there we go. And then that should give us a nice blinker. 1 second on, 1 second off is good. All right, so that is put in there. Make sure all of my electrical connections are in. The clock needs one. There we go. And then that should hopefully work. Hopefully we pick up enough solar that this is going to keep this light. That's one of the reasons I wanted to shut the light off, was, I don't want the battery to get completely eaten up. All right. Hopefully I'm going to double check, make sure that didn't just cause something to get eaten in here. No, it shouldn't. It was right on the wall. All right, and the color matches. Okay, so we have a functioning buoy. All right, so what's going to happen is we are going to snap this to the rail. We're going to snap this to the rail. We're going to connect the cable from here to there. I'm going to click the button, and we're going to have a pusher to push it off, and it should end up in the drink. We can go one more on this. Okay, make sure everything's colored appropriately. It is. Okay, so that now we're starting to get where we need to be. Okay. So kind of almost like a depth charge getting knocked off of a ship. Um, the crane was a cool idea, I think, but it was kind of iffy. I had to interact. I had to jump in the water. This is hopefully a little bit more automated, and and then there's a battery in this buoy, but once it runs out, and I really don't. It doesn't bother me if it's if we ever, it doesn't matter if that discharges. Once this cable's all the way out, it's going to stay all the way out, so we don't need that. All right, so that's centered there. Let's put this buoy on the track. See how it likes the track. I want to get to testing. I actually want to try to get into our career and dump this. The last one was just building 2, which is, I like doing the building, but it's just try to have a good balance. Okay. And then track is there, so I need to rotate, which is L. Okay. All right, so hopefully that's enough track section on both of these two. Okay, clicking the wrong arrow. Okay, and that's in the track. All right, so these two things are going to be in the track. All right, let's paste that. Let's see, we want logic, we want rope. We want to take the rope here, we want to connect it there. All right, so we need a pusher. Pusher. All right, so that should push that fine if we do here. So let's go, all right, let's go track. Let's put the track head on first. All right, so this is going to accommodate 1 anyways. If we want to add more, we can. We might just relaunch this every time we need to. All right, that can go there. Then, you don't like that, do you? All right, let's go back 1. Okay, let's go like this. Make sure those are the same color. They are. Okay, good. So this is going to go up 1. And it's just going to be a simple pusher bar like that. Doesn't have to be complicated. Track section we need. And we can actually make this go pretty fast just to push it off quickly. All right, so that's going to slide. That's going to push this off. This will push into that, and that should go once we detach the gripper. Okay, good. So we need a control panel. I don't want to make a microcontroller for it. I'm just going to do some... I'll do a throttle. We'll make it really simple for now. I'll make this more elegant, later. Just want to kind of get it going. I don't want to make it take too long, so me making microcontrollers will just take a little bit extra time. Okay, so let's go logic. We want to take green node to here. We want to go, I don't want it that fast. Let's go 0.5 to negative 0.5. If we need to speed up, we will. And then that's fine. Once we launch it, we want it launched. We don't want it sitting around. Then we need to toggle button here. This is going to be for our gripper brakes. So we have brakes. All right, so we're going to start toggled on with the brakes on. And we don't want it released. We want it to stay sliding on the track. So that's what release would have done. Then if we click on this, we can do default state on, so the brakes are on to start with. That will keep it so as we move out, it's not sliding out, hopefully. All right, so what we'll do here procedurally is I'll jump up here, press that toggle. That's going to start this rope to go out to 98 meters. Then I'm going to slide this all the way forward. That's going to push them off. This will go all the way to the ocean's floor and pay out 98 meters of cable. With the weights at the bottom here, this should bob. This should bob above it. We should get a blinking light at night. We have some solar panels to hopefully recharge the battery just to maintain the light. And then we have a couple anchors to anchor our boat to, so that we can, so that we can moor out to sea. All right, so this is a little bit, okay, I can't do that because this is going to drop down one block. So that has to be like that. That's fine. It can ride on the pusher rail a little bit. All right, let's quickly spawn that. Let me just hook up the electricity. I don't think I have infinite electricity on now. I could turn it on, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so this is going to go to here. That will go to there. Um, and then this needs to go to the pusher track there. And then, so let's do a launch. See if we can get this moving. All right, so that is set up. So again, so one thing I kind of want to talk about hydrodynamically, it's more physics-wise, is so often, you'd have issues tipping, left, right, port, starboard. As you can see, this is the bow of the barge is up, but as you can see, that's essentially as though this was a really wide boat. So if you go forward back on these things, you can hold a ton of weight and it doesn't have problems. And so I need to merge something. I thought that looked like it was a different piece, but it was gray, so it was kind of hard to tell. Okay. All right, so hopefully this should work. Let's spawn it. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah, it's going to flappy-dappy a little bit. So nothing can stick off the end, which is fine in our career. All right, so kind of operationally here, I need to click this. It lets out cable. I need to shut off the brakes, and I need to let it push. And what happened? Why? Okay, why did that blow up? Why did that blow up? Is it hitting the ground too hard? It must be hitting the ground too hard. That's crazy. Yeah, so it broke the winch. Winch is broken. Okay, it just hit the ground like a ton of bricks. All right, I'm trying to come up with something to fix this now. All right, I got an idea. It's not ideal, but it would probably work. I had no confidence, isn't it? Let's do this. What is the speed of this at? That's fine. One is fine. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's grab one of these. Come on, give me the right color. Just give me that yellow for now. Okay. Kind of wish I'd rotated that 90 degrees. Oh, come on, don't do that. Okay. Yeah, I've got an idea. So I'm just gonna make kind of a little rig here. Let's go like this. Let's go winch. All right, so this should give. We're gonna have to winch it out because it hit the ground. It hit the bottom of the ocean too hard, and that caused it to essentially destroy itself. So we need to go. Let me see if I can do it with one rope. Mercifully, that would be very merciful if I could do it with one rope. All right, electrical connection directly to. We'll connect it there. Just do 2 toggles. Up, down, toggle button. All right. Up. Down. Okay. So that was just, as you saw, it just bashed the bottom of the ocean, and so that was causing us issues. Up and down. Okay. So we're not going to let it pay out rope yet. We're going to do this. We don't even need the pusher, so that could be deleted as well. So that's connected. Let's take off the brakes. All right. So that, as you can see, is being held by this winch. Okay. All right. So that goes into the water. Let's pay off a little bit more. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's in the water. All right. My character can jump in the water. Hit the toggle button. Now, this should go slowly to the bottom of the sea. once it makes contact, we're in business here, and I can, now I do need the pusher. Pusher will push out the, actually I want to stop the pusher. Push is fine, I just need to take that rope off, and bingo! Okay, so that goes in the water. And are you going to bob properly? You look like you might actually bob properly, so it's, yeah, it's not looking too bad. You know, it's maintaining, it's a little bit, heavy probably. I might take some weight blocks off. That's actually not bad. It's bobbing pretty nicely. I wish the blue line was a little bit higher in the water. But as you can see, this is going to keep dipping out line until it should, we set it to 98 meters. So where are we at here? Yeah, so we're still going. So we're just going to make sure, I'm going to keep swimming here, make sure it goes down. It stops at 98 meters. Sometimes you'll get a bunch of lag if the winches are just banging around and, you know, they're kind of at their, you know, they're still on and they're at their max length. So let's check it. Okay, 98 meters it stops, so perfect. All right, so if that runs out of battery, which it eventually will, we don't really care because we have our buoy in the water. All right, let's turn the time to night. And we get a flashing red light. Okay, perfect. So we have our buoy in the water. I want it sitting up a little higher. So let's go. Let's take off. Let's go like this. Okay, and paint this. All right, so that's going to be underwater anyways. We're not going to see it. So that's hopefully just enough weight. Let's spawn it. All right, let's do a day dump so we can see it. And hopefully this is getting close to ready. So, you know, we're going to drop 1 or 2, maybe 2 out near our career base. And then we're going to take 1. I'm going to probably put it by the... we might, you know, taking an empty barge back. Actually, we want the barge near our base because the barge is both good for... it's both good for doing, you know, oil and... diesel, but it's also good for doing containers. So we actually want that close. So we'll just do 2 there. Okay, so that's... Okay, you didn't bang against the bottom and destroy yourself, did you? You did not, but you didn't land very pretty. So, okay, we're just going to do another launch. Kind of just want to get my launch method here figured out. So what I'm going to do, I think, is trade this out. And we're just going to trade this out for a small winch. We don't need this winch to do most of the work. We need the other winch to do most of the work. So, okay, we'll go with this one. And that's fine. We'll make it in the center. It's not going to collide with anything. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we don't need that hefty of a winch. There's no reason for it. Down, up. Okay, like that. All right, so let's do a launch. I just want to get my procedure in so that when we do it in our career save, hopefully we don't have to roll back the career save. All right, so let's drop this off here. Okay, so order of operations, brakes off. Okay, we're going to pay out just a little bit. What did I not connect? I didn't connect the electricity. Okay. Electricity needs to be connected. Okay, spawn. Alright, we probably don't need the pusher at all. I could probably push it with my body. So that could take off some complexity and some money. But let's go. Okay, order of operations. Unlock. Pay out enough to let the weight fall off the back. Alright, because we want this to land flat. So now it should be... Pay out a little more. We want it... okay, right there is good. Alright, so that's good, actually. I want to swim up to this, and I want to press the toggle. That's going to go down. Now, as you can see, it should orient vertically, which it does. And that's going to allow it to land flat, which is not a big deal if it tips over. I'm not really concerned all that much if it tips over. It's very heavy. It should be fine. All right, and now we're going to let me try pushing this with my body. So I actually should be able to release this rope altogether. I can't because I have a rope on me, so I will just get rid of that rope. All right, and if we can push this with my body, we don't need the pusher. And we can push this with my body, so we're good. And it's off. Hopefully that's enough weight on the bottom that it bobs properly and it doesn't sit top heavy. Alright, so still a little low in the water, but I'm not going to nitpick. This is pretty good. Yep, and as you can see, that gets us. So we're gonna have 98 meters of line. We're gonna have a buoy that is visible at night. The light's gonna go so we can find it at night, and we won't run into it. And then that should go out eventually when the battery dies on that. So this, I think, is a simpler launch system. I like this. So let's go back in and let's take out some of the stuff we don't need. So we need that. We don't need this. We don't need any of this track system. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, so that's fine. Let's just do this here. I don't know if this will help or not, but we'll go like this. And hopefully that helps it slide off the back. So that's pretty easy. Nope, we can't do that. Anything there that's more than one is going to cause it to hit there. Okay, so that's good. So this should work. Let me make sure all the electronics are connected, which I just disconnected them again. This toggle button needs to be reconnected. This will power up there. That will power our switches and our winch. All right, so I think we're in business here. Let's save this. We'll do mooring barge. Okay. Let's go into our career save. Load. Career build series. Backup. I don't think I saved the career build series last time, which is fine. All we did was we recalled, we got a bunch of money, and we were then able to, did I recall everything? Let me look at my money. My money will tell me, yep. So I did save this. Okay, good stuff. All right, so let's go and put a mooring ball in. All right, I was hoping we'd definitely get to this. So the Rizzo is going to be launched first. All right, Rizzo is in. Very welcoming, the lights. This is a nice addition. All right, let's go forward using W instead of hitting one key. I'm so used to that one key. All right. Let's turn on the APU. Just want to make some extra electricity because we're going to be, we have plenty of electricity and we're going to be right here. So part of the thing here is I want to leave the barge in the world. And I want to leave the Rizzo in the world. That way, it's just kind of, it's mostly RP, and instead of holding it in the workbench, and also kind of, we have our tools at our disposal. Okay, so this is going. Lights on because it's nighttime. I'm hoping the solar panels will charge that buoy enough to keep that light always on, especially since the light goes out during the day, and the only thing it's powering is the clock during the day. That should hopefully be able to charge plenty of battery to run the whole night with solar. Okay, so let's just... Okay, and we should coast the rest of the way. I need to grab a rope. Alright, let's go forwards. Pay out some cable here. Alright, make sure we're clear. We are clear. That's plenty. Let's go 150 heading. Okay. Alright, so we're going to drop. So we need, so they're going to give us 98 meters. So I don't know what the depth of the water is. Let's say at most 20. So it's going to be 20 straight down. So, You know, somebody could do the geometry. I'm not going to, but you know, so we're probably, I don't know, maybe looking at 30 meters away from the central point of the buoy. So this is probably good here. Okay, so this is good. This is a nice swimmable distance, I think. A little bit on the far end, but you know, we can always ferry back and forth and tie our boat off if we want to. All right, so let me get on here. You know, my ladders need to be improved. My kind of cheaty ladders there. Come on, get in there. Okay. All right, so let's see if I have the order of operations correct here. Brake. Okay. Let's let out just a little so that the weight falls off the back. Okay, let's get the weight off the back. Bingo, weight's in the water. All right, so once the weight has fallen off the back, we jump in the drink. All right, and we're going to press the toggle button. Toggle button's going to allow this to go straight down. Let's turn our flashlight on it, and as you can see, it sits beautifully on the ocean floor. It's going to let out 98 meters of line. All right, let's see if we can jump back on this barge here. I think if I go on the anchor, I can get there too. Okay, good. We want to disconnect the rope. And then we would just push this off. Bingo. All right, so we've got one launch. That was a pretty nice, easy cake launch. All right, so that worked really well. So we have a mooring ball out there. And so that should keep running. I think it just stopped. Yeah, so we got to 98 meters. So let's go back into our workbench. And I wanted two... Whoa. Oh, I have the heading hold on. I was like, why is it fighting me? Heading hold was on. Okay. Okay, so that was the anchor. You heard clicking. I love it. The mooring ball is great. So as you can see it really well. We're going to do a test here. We'll do a test in this world. I can't do a test in this world. I can't test the strength of the wind, but, you know, whatever. We'll check it later. I might put a depth here. It would just be like a D and then the distance. So that's something we could add there. Maybe move the heading up one number there. All right, so we're gonna get these close enough, and I'm gonna spawn the barge, a new barge. Hopefully we can then we can drop a second one here in close proximity. All right, so let me get back to the barge. Let me grab my line here and see if I can. All right, I have one on me. That can be stowed. This one can go on me. Okay, and then let me get on the barge and recall it. Okay, we'll spawn it again. Okay. And then let's grab this and let's drop our second one out there. Where is it? Oh, I bet, you know what? Do I need keep actives here? Did it disappear? You know what it did? It disappeared because it's part of this. Huh. How do I prevent that? Yeah, it's part of this barge. So anyways, we did the testing here. It's going to be tough for me to load this in. How do I do that? I'm trying to think. I thought that I should be able to leave that in the world, but maybe not. Huh. That is strange. Okay, so when I recalled the barge, it recalled everything that was on the barge. So I need to spawn this separately. That's not a problem. Okay, so let's do this. Recall the barge. I have an idea. Go like this. We will go all the way to here, up here, width-wise, and then we'll go down height-wise. All right. That will be there. Now, before I do this, what's that? Okay, it was not wide enough by a long shot. Okay, good. All right, so that's good. I have that in there. So now I need to do this. Our keep active block. I'm going to put a keep active block. I'm not certain what needs it, what doesn't need it. So I'm going to throw it in here just to, I want to be certain. That one will get one, and then this one I will I'll bury something in here. Let's just go 2 down. Okay, and then we'll do a keep active here. And then we'll grab another weight block, stick it there. Okay, so now hopefully... Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Now we have this all selected. We're going to cut it. Okay, what happened here? Is this all one piece? Okay, that's one contiguous piece. That's fine. All right, now what we'll do here is that's cut. So let's spawn the... let's spawn this. Barge should come up all by itself. Bingo. Okay, now... I don't want to edit the vehicle in the workbench. How can I spawn this? This is an issue to me. Let me just try it with the keep actives. See if that will let me do it. It may not, it may. I don't know. I hope it does. Let's see. Okay, let's go like this. Let's hopefully that drops in a reasonable fashion and doesn't break anything. And hopefully it clips right on. Okay, that does. That grabs it. Let's see if this does it with the stay actives. So, if it doesn't, I have to try to figure it out, and I'll figure that out off screen. Alright, so we can play with this boat a little bit. So we want to make a left turn, so I'm going to go full left rudder. I want to come back on my port side. And I want to start coming forward on my starboard side. And this is the maneuverability I was talking about with desync. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to come too close to the rock, so I'm going to start dropping off my forward thrust. And that reverse screw is going to start pulling us backwards away from that rock. Now I'm starting to come too close, so I'm going to go back up. And then I'm a 0. Alright, and actually bang the back a little bit, but that's fine. We'll go, so we need to come left a little, so I'm just going to go up on the right. Okay, now let's desync. So see how we can rotate using the asymmetrical thrust, so that's nice. Alright. So a nice maneuverable boat. That's why I went to the trouble of putting that system in, as it makes it nice and maneuverable. Alright, coming a little bit hot here. I don't think it's going to damage anything. Alright, so let's see if this stays active with the keep actives on. I'm not sure. You know what, it was also, I think we might have been in the recall area. So this might need to get out of the recall area. Let's go 150. Actually, let's test it in the recall area. I want to see if this works. I'm going to wait till this stops saying return to workbench. Because we were very close, so I wonder if that's why I recalled it. If not, I'll have to try to figure something out. Because I need it loaded on that track is the main thing, and so it's going to be a pain. That's when a crane would actually be better, is I don't have to load it on the track. Return to workbench still. Return to workbench. So we're still waiting for that to go away. So this isn't the end of the world, putting it out here. We wouldn't want to swim this, but we can also test the second one to see if the second one allows us to... yeah, if the second one allows... Okay, we're outside now. If the second one allows us to do it close, that will be the boat. This will be where the barge lives. Okay, so let's jump on board. I still need to fix the ladder on this. Okay, let's grab a rope. Do I have one on me? I do not, so let's equip a rope. Okay, come on, jump on the railing, please, and jump in the boat. There we go, perfect. Okay, so now, order of operations, that's connected, that's connected, that's connected. We didn't need a rope, okay. That goes off the end. I pay out some cable, enough to get it into the drink. It's nice because as that weight goes aft, it actually tips itself, and it helps it roll out a little bit better. Okay, that's in the drinky. Let's go here. Bring up my flashlight. Alright, let's make sure this falls all the way down and touches nicely and doesn't, you know, it might go on its side at some point just for the friction blocks. Okay, so that's staying nice. That's going to pay out 98 mitras. of cable, which it sounds like it already did. Okay, this is too close. I gotta push the boat out a little bit with my swimmy man, and then that way I can get on. Okay, so now we have a rope on us. Let's throw that on the deck. Let's grab this rope, and let's just push this sucker off. Alright, that is in the water. Alright, we are outside of the recall area. Let's see if this stays. If this stays, we're in business. Okay, it just stopped, so that we're now out of the ropes paid out. Okay. Okay, we're still heading 150 heading. Let's put a 0 in there. Keep forgetting I leave the heading hold on. Alright, so we have this barge really sneaking up on us, but alright, so we want to be able to see if I can stick this back in there. So on the second test, we'll relaunch this. If this stays, it proves one of two things. One, that the keep actives are working, or two, that if you're outside of the recall area, it doesn't get recalled, because it probably thinks that if it's both are in this area, that there's still one entity, and it pulls them both back. If not, we're going to have to spawn it separately, crane it on board, and then the track system is a failure, because why bother with the track system if I can use a crane to put it in the water, essentially. And we'll have to go back to an A-frame crane, which we have one made. I just need to import the buoy in that, which it's actually not a huge deal to do it that way. All right, so we're back in the area here. I just want to recall the barge. Let's get close. All right, let's go look for a buoy again. I want to make sure I still see it. So it's out there. I think it's super cool that it's flashing out there. That's really cool. It's easy to find. I think during the day, especially with that barber pole, blue and white barber pole, it's going to be nice and easy to find. So let's grab this. Turn to workbench. All right, the test should show us that that is still out there. It is not. Okay. So we've solved a mystery that's kind of a pain. But it's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Let's go like this. Let's just delete this right here. Okay, let's grab all this. Let's copy this. Let's make a new one. Okay. All this here is going to go down to here. Paste that. I'll merge it. Okay. Let's erase this. All right. I think this is also a better idea, because once we get out of 2 kilometers, I think this would have disappeared anyway. Because you need the parent, essentially the red section needs to be within 2 kilometers of the other part. So this actually might be the only way we can do it anyways. Let's go back to the A-frame crane. All right, we will delete a bunch of stuff and see if I can get this launched. It was close to working anyways, so let's see. Hopefully launching this separate is going to do it. So what we want to do here is I want to see where this is going to be. Let me do symmetry so I could try to hopefully delete both of these at once. All right, so this is all the old stuff when we had the crane and our very tiny little moorings that just were not cutting it. I like the look of these, but they weren't cutting it. And again, they're going to be at the bottom of the ocean. We're not going to see them. So, all right, so that's gone. Let's get rid of this one. All right, so this is gone. All right, so now we need to bring in our. All right, save this as career barge crane. Overwrite that. Let's go open up. What happened to the... Did I just not save what I was trying to save? Got to be kidding me that I just did that. No autosaves. It's not the end of the world. It's just annoying is all. Just annoying. It's not going to be a huge deal. It's just obnoxious that it's taking forever. Okay, let's delete this again. Let's do this like that. Let us... Copy this. Copy. Let's make a new one. Yes. All right. I actually have to save it this time. All right. So I actually want this. I can't move it. If I move it, it's not going to be in alignment. No, that's fine. Just do new. I'll change it. I'll move it again. That's fine. I'm trying to think of what I have to do to make this work. It's going to be difficult anyways. I'm just having to make, work with some of the game stuff. Okay. Save this as mooring and buoy. Okay, mooring and buoy. That's saved. All right. Now I need to add a part. In order for the crane to be able to lift this and put it over the side, I think right here. Okay. I need a rope anchor. All right, for the crane to grab onto, the crane's going to grab this, is going to pick it up. This is going to end up sitting on the bottom of the water, and I have to pick it up out of the water. Just, carry it out. Not ideal. This isn't what I wanted to have to do, but it might work. We'll see. Okay, let me move the whole thing to there. Let me save it. Let me move it all the way to the bottom. Okay, let me save it as mooring and buoy. Okay, let me open up career barge crane. All right, career barge crane. All right, let us grab on Bijou and let's get what is this? A rope. Rope floating in the air. Okay. Grab on the back of the ladder. Alright, we're going to have to do another in position turn, which is fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, we will desync them. So as you can see, get used to doing that. It's going to be pretty easy to maneuver. Okay. Alright. Rope is already in hand, which is nice. Alright. So this needs to go forward a little bit. I don't want to go too far because I need to push that barge just by the stern of the boat here. Don't hit it. Come on. Make my life easy for once. Okay, that's how you break stuff in Stormworks, is you keep powering at it. So just stop and try to get it out of there so it looks a little bit better now. Let me try to power it again. Kind of shift it a little bit. Okay. Alright, we are out of the, hopefully out of the spawn area here. And I'm going to go to, so I need to drop that buoy. Even if I just need to get it off the ocean floor and drag it. Again, not ideal, not what how I wanted to do this. I had an elegant system that just didn't work, essentially. Alright, load the mooring and buoy, spawn it. Okay. Let me check the colors. I need that red section there. Okay, spawn it. Okay, that's in the drink. That's fine. That's not a problem to us. What we need now is we need to grab the cable here. Alright, and I need to do a little dive and hook it. Okay, good. That's connected. Let's swim up before I drown. Alright, and I need to get on this. So I should have made my ladders longer again. I need to do that, but I got on this time. Alright, let's tip this. Let's winch up. So just some game-isms that we had to figure out here. Not ideal, but not terrible either. I think hopefully this works. If it doesn't, that's going to be annoying, and I should have made these toggles. But this actually reels up really fast. Okay, so we're reeling in a big fish here. Okay. So, as you can see, that's off the ground. That's what we want. Okay. Excuse me. I'm walking here. Alright, so we should be able to dump this really close again because the issue was it being part of that main body. It's its own craft now. We launched that as its own craft. So hopefully we can keep this nice and close. I want it kind of close. So let's actually go a little bit to the left here. And let's dump it over here. Alright, this is good here. So this might actually work out better because I can dump it closer. And then we can jump in. Okay, so I'm going to leave that connected like that. Alright, we're going to leave this connected to the side here until I press the toggle button. Okay, toggle button. Alright, toggle button's going. Detach the... nope, I can't detach that rope until this is on the bottom because it will cause me to break it. Remember, it's going to free fall if I do that, so I need to lower it down slowly. Alright, so we're learning some lessons here of how this is going to go. So a little bit of procedural stuff here. You know, I know it can be a little bit daunting and, you know, obnoxious, but alright, so we're going to put this all the way in the bottom. And hopefully, you know, if it doesn't land up right at this point, the main thing we're testing is does it stay when we despawn our stuff. And we should know pretty quick because I can despawn this barge right here. If it doesn't, I'm going to end the video and... Got to be kidding me. Okay, I just broke the boat. We can still finish our test. That's really all I care about is can I finish this test. It's going to light my barge on fire, which I don't care at this point. Very frustrating that, but that was because it was being winched in. Alright, so next thing we need to do, we need to pull the... that's a really cute sound. I like hearing that. Alright, so that's there. Let's grab this out of the world. Okay. Do you stay in the world, Buoy? Please, thank you. The buoy stays. Alright, so that's what we have to do to keep a buoy in the world. We need to launch it as a separate craft. Alright, so this career save turned into our test. Good and bad. So that's actually not a terrible thing. We've got the buoy in the save. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 2 buoys. I'm going to drop 2 buoys on my own, and then we'll have buoys for the next one, so you don't have to listen to this friggin' boat anymore. And I'm going to try to recall this quickly and not burn to death. Okay, I can't stand the sound of it. Alright, so our buoy, we're going to check it one more time. Is the buoy still in the world? Yes, thank you. Okay, so the buoy is in the world. It's going to stay in there. So we need to spawn it as a separate craft, so we couldn't have it as part of our starting craft anyways. Alright, so that's nice. We can also keep our buoys nice and close, so we can have a couple of things parked right by our base here on moorings. So that's good. Seemed like it was going to be stressful and never-ending, but we got it done. So off-screen, I'm going to drop a couple in there. So I'll drop 2, one for Vrigeau and one for the barge. That way we're in business here. All right, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.